I am Builder Tunji Adeniran, MNI. I'm the Registrar and Secretary to the Council of Registered Builders of Nigeria. Thank you.
Fwangshak Michael Hirsi, the Project Manager at the Council. Thank you.
Auditor General, do you have copies of the query with you in your booklet? You do?
Yes, sir.
Okay. Those are your submissions.
Yes, sir.
Do you have enough copies? Yeah. Okay, can you quickly circulate them? Please, you need to be on oath. The person that will administer the oath is just behind you.
I, Adetunji Adeniran, do solemnly affirm that the evidence I shall give before the committee and all documents that I will present before the committee shall be the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth. So help me God.
The account here has to do with the financial statements commented by the Auditor General, and it cut across from the statement of financial positions. The first item there was the non-current asset, and it has to do with addition to fixed asset, totaling 75,432,998,000, which appear on note 3, page 18. The following were additions to non-current assets during the year 2018, and it's in 2 columns: assets and the amount. Office building, 69,679,190,000. Office equipment, 4,592,810,000. Office furniture and fittings, 1,163,998,000, totaling 75,432,998,000. And the management was requested to provide a verifiable source or sources of funding for the acquisition of this asset. 2, this will equally furnish the budget which accommodated the acquisition of the asset.
What they are showing us is different too. I hope they know. Abi? Delay in the NSITM audited account.
This is NSITM.
Eh? No, what you are reading, yes, but what they are projecting is different. That's what I'm saying. But go ahead and read.
So I'm done with that of the non-current asset. I'm now page 3 now.
You are on
page 3 in this submission.
Whose submission is that?
The comments submitted by the Office of Auditor General to this committee.
Okay. Oh, okay. So it's not in the report. Oh, it's not in the report.
It's comment on financial statement.
Okay.
That's why it was
Yeah,
not.
thank you for that guidance.
Sir.
All right. Okay, go ahead.
Okay. On the 3rd page.
You have a copy of those issues.
Yes, sir. Our submission captures each one with the response.
Oh, all right.
Current asset, that is 3.1. Cash and cash equivalent, 33,215,158 naira. Note 1 on page 17 of their financial statement. Cash and cash balance at the end of 2018, as contained in CBN TSA account number 0020535161012, was 33,215,158 naira. Management was required to 1, furnish approved bank reconciliation of the account as at 31st December 2018. 2, to provide the certificate of balances duly signed by management. 3.2, prepayment and other receivables, 268,903,000. It appears on note 2, page 17 of their financial statement. The above balance comprises the following items. Atinuke Ujo, 187,687 naira. John Emuburu, 81,216. Management is requested to 1. Provide details of services rendered, now prepaid, and 2. To furnish schedule of the amortization. From the statement of financial performance, the item there which was income, operating income there, appear on note 9, page 19 of the financial statement, totaling 168,981,279 naira. Included in the above figure are as follows: the items, the year 2018 and 2017, the 2 years were compared. Practice fee, in 2018 we have 9,458,185 naira, while in 2017 we have 23,336,201 naira, a percentage decrease of 59.4%. Other item, registration fee. In 2018, we have 6,161,658 naira, and in 2017, 6,815,000 naira, a decrease of 9.6%. The revenue subheads above recorded decrease during the year 2018. Management is required to 1. Justify the above decrease during the year, and 2. To furnish action taken to forestall the trend. From the expenditure side, we have some increment, and that's what calls for caution. 5.1, administrative and management expenses, totaling 74,875,931 naira, and it appears on note 10, page 20 of their financial statement. As part of the figure above are the following items. We have 8 items. Comparison between 2018 and 2017 for that of increase and the percentage increase. For security seminar, we have 1,091,903, and the increase was 1,091,903, a 100% increase, meaning there was nothing in 2017. In item 2, computation of accounting system, 2,802,500, and in 2017, nothing. So 100% increase. Advert and publicity, 920,949 naira, nothing in the year 2017, the same 100% increase. Subscriptions/professional bodies registration, 500,000, nothing in 2017, 100% increase too. Builders investors/induction expenses, 41,757,850 naira, and in 2017 it was 8,522,800,000, an increase of 33,235,050 kobo, representing 390% increase. Item 6, repairs.
Maybe we should do it because they are getting many now.
Okay, sir.
Honorable colleagues, I shared a document on our WhatsApp group now, which is the copy of our consultant analysis of the Auditor General's comment on the account of the Registered Builders of Nigeria 2018 financial statement as required by the Constitution. So, and I'm sure that the council has a copy of that. You do. I would rather prefer, that was what the woman was projecting. I'm sorry, I thought it was a different document. I would prefer that we take those issues one after the other as it is on that document. You understand me, sir? Yes. You know, that first one that talks about delaying the preparation of the NSITF audited account. I mean, not NSITF. I don't know why. What kind of error is this one? It's not NSITF. It's a carbon. And there is NSITF.
Council on Registration, Registered Builders.
Yeah, but this document, but you have to correct it. The one you have is correct. Okay.
No, the number one.
Yes. That number one, you can see NSITF there. It's wrong. It's not NSITF. Okay, but we understand. The first thing was that they said there was a delay in the submission of your audited account, contrary to the provisions of the law. So you may want to start with that.
Chairman and distinguished committee members, the delay in submission of the registered of the audited accounts of council, if I may, with your kind permission, give some bit of background to the council and its operations, and then build up to the challenges that the council has hitherto encountered. Mr. Chairman and distinguished committee members, permit me to put on record the fact that council revenue basically comes from subscription from its members, as the council is not on the federal government budget, not for salaries, not for capital, not for recurrent. It's not captured in the budget of the in the Appropriation Act. It has never been captured, and it's still not being captured. That situation had led to a case where a national body, or a body with a national outlook, like the Council of Registered Builders of Nigeria, has just about 14 staff in its entirety, out of which over 50% of those staff are junior staff, cleaner, driver, gardener, and what have you. The situation that subsisted in council until the present composition was that council members were of their own resources paying the rent and paying for and contributing for the salary of staff members. Even the registrar before me was being paid just an allowance to function in the office. So that left council very, very short in terms of capacity to be able to do things that needed to be done. And we have since put together the reports, and all the reports have been submitted. So they were not ready at the time because of purely capacity or lack of capacity on the side of council in terms of the complement of staff that could work on.
Okay, just a moment. There's a fundamental issue that we need to treat, honorable colleagues, because you are the DG, is it? That's the designation.
The registrars.
Registrar, sorry, please. Met me a couple of weeks ago and explained some things which I think I should lay before us here concerning the status of this council. According to you, this council does not receive any form of subvention or grant or budgetary allocation from the federal government of Nigeria.
There is some subvention or grant from the Federal Ministry of Housing, which is not predictable, it's not certain, so it's not been something that could be worked with. But in terms of salaries, in terms of capital allocations, in terms of recurrent expenses, nothing is received from the budget line.
Well, that was a little bit different from what you told me when you met me. You gave me an impression that there is no fund from government that comes to you. So I decided to throw this open so that you can expatiate on it. But now we know that there is a form of subvention and grant that comes to you from the federal government of Nigeria, which are public funds. And then you have a council that is also appointed by the President of the Federal Republic of Nigeria.
That's correct, sir.
Okay, so on the basis, yes.
Thank you, Mr. Chairman. Is your organization self-funded or partly funded?
I'll actually say to a large extent self-funded. The subvention, the honorable member, with your kind permission, the subvention we're talking about, for example, for the whole of 2023 was 21 million naira.
So, if that is the case, has there been any time that you escalated the matter to the Office of the Accountant General or the ministry that your agency is under?
Indeed, the Public Accounts Committee of the 9th Assembly, also when we made a presentation like this, made an intervention to the Budget Office on behalf of the Council, requesting that the Council be included in the budget line of the federal government. The DG Budget Office replied the letter, and I think it's included as appendix in our submission. The DG Budget Office responded, citing what is popularly now the Oronsonye report, saying that professional bodies were supposed to be self-funded. However, the Council of Registered Builders of Nigeria is not a professional body. It's a regulatory body to regulate professionals who have their own body. And so it will be a misnomer if the regulator is now supposed to be funded by the people it's supposed to be regulating. But that's the situation as it subsists.
Mr. Chairman, respected colleagues, sir, yours is also a body like COREN, Council for the Regulation of Engineers. Yours is, just need to let us know.
Are you a member of the team? Of that team? Oh, okay.
You need to let us know that the data that is being asked for, right, is being asked for as at when you were being funded. Between 2021 and now, the federal government have started removing whatever sponsorship they have for councils like this. COREN had the same issue, they have the same issue. But the issues that we are talking about now is 2017, 2018 down. Those were the times that federal government were fully funding your association.
Right, if I may respond. Council of Registered Builders of Nigeria has never, since its inception, been fully funded by the federal government. The salaries have never been paid by government.
So they give subventions.
COREN is different, sir.
Okay.
COREN is on the budget line, so it's recurrent, it's capital, everything is funded by government.
Like you.
Till 2023.
Okay.
Even till 2023, COREN was on the budget line. So we have never ever been on the budget line. We've never had the kind of times COREN has had. That's why I explained that as at these dates we are citing, council members were using their personal resources to run the office.
Sorry,
Who collected is for what, sir?
Again, that's why I put it in perspective that for a whole year, for example, is 21 million naira. For a whole year.
What does 21 million cover?
Well, so
You say it's a different thing that you have a budget and the release is 21 million.
Yeah, honorable colleague, I don't want to get him very correctly. His position is that they have never been on the budget, but they do get subventions from the federal government. Yes, sir.
Thank you very much, Mr. Chairman. I even want to look at this thing a little bit deeper. The fact of the matter is that this body is a public institution. By virtue of the fact that you are set up by government, and through that setup, you have access to funds, from the public into the cover. So the issue to me is not even the extent of the subvention given or the extent of the amount given. The fact of the matter is that here is a public institution that has been set up, and the fact that you are even a regulatory body, I even, in my view, even make it more compelling for you to be subjected to knowing what happened with your fund, even much more than a professional body, which is a body of individual professionals. So I'm not so much, I'm not too much bothered or concerned about what subvention you have collected, but the fact is that you are set up by by public statutes, and you have access to some funds through that. So that makes you a public institution, and it makes the funds that come into your cover also a public fund. That is my own interpretation. So whether you have collected how much or not how much, to me is another argument entirely. So that is so that to me is my own line of my own line of thought.
Okay, Chairman, and then
So as a follow-up to what the issues he raised, your organization is a public institution. So that's the monies or the contributions from members. They are supposed to serve as revenues. Who actually approved this money before you spend? Who approved the money before you spend?
Okay, can you do something? Take note of those questions so that you can take them together as a batch. Honorable Garba.
Thank you, Mr. Chairman. Let him finish so that he can.
Go ahead, I think he's listening to you.
My question is in regards to the subvention collected. Can you furnish us with the information about the subvention you have collected from 2000 to date, and how you expended those subvention? Because you said you do collect subvention sometimes from the federal government. It's good the committee should see what you have collected from 2000.
Can he do what?
The subvention
Yes.
collected from 2000 to date, and how they expended it.
No.
I don't think if it is here.
They are not part of these issues, but we can ask them to submit that record, but he won't be able to go into that here. But we can ask them for a record.
Maybe.
It's because I don't want us to deviate from the issues that we are investigating, and that we have asked them questions about and they have responded. We have not even treated their response. So if we need additional documents on that, we can ask them to provide such additional documents. No, Bagaja.
Honorable colleagues, as what the registrar said, he's receiving 21 million naira, what it annually or monthly into your organization, number one. Number two, you are not dealing with any budget. Why are you sourcing your money? You cannot spend government money without budget. That's impossible. There must be a proposal. Number three, how comes you are running, what are you generating your running cost in your organization? Thank you.
Sources of your funding. All right, so we can just respond to those questions.
Chairman.
Just a moment, let them respond to these ones, then we'll take another batch.
Thank you, Chairman and committee members. The nature of the revenue that comes to council is such that builders whose names appear on the register pay for services that council must provide. So, for example, they pay when they want to be inducted, they pay when they buy publications that council has issued, they pay when we produce things like brooches and what have you. So it's basically payments being made to service those who are on the register. That's the source of revenue. We also do have workshops, seminars that the members attend, and so they pay to attend those things, and in managing those resources, those are the sources where we have a little left over to keep running the office. The 21 million naira was the total receipt for 2023. The total receipt for 2023. So it's not monthly, it's the total receipt for the period. And I've also spoken into the sources of revenue for council. Thank you, sir.
We exhausted all the issues, all the questions asked?
I think so, sir. It had to do with sources of revenue.
That's one.
Yes, he asked the same question pretty much in a slightly different way. The expenditure of the council, by the act, the budget is prepared within the council, and there is a committee of council, the Finance and General Purpose Committee, that sits and approves the budget of council based on the projections of revenue from these sources that I have mentioned. So that's how the spending is done. Thank you, sir.
So, as a government, as a public institution, are you now saying that National Assembly don't even approve your budget before you go ahead to spend? It's only within your organization, you do your budget, you spend monies, and without any recourse to National Assembly?
With due respect, sir, the point I'm making is that the revenues are purpose-paid monies by the people whose names are on the register. So they pay for a workshop. They pay for induction.
Do they pay for other things that are not program-based?
No.
You don't have a yearly renewal of license?
They pay
that
they pay 15,000 for annual license
Yeah,
renewal.
then that is not so. What is the purpose of that fee?
So again, that is where the council is then able to do the bit of regulatory thing.
Yeah, so who are, listen now, you have a board.
Yes, there's a
headed by who?
There's a chairman of the
appointed by
the president.
All right. And do you have a ministry that also overlooks your work?
Yes, the
Which
Ministry
ministry
of
is
Housing.
it? That's the point. So the monies you receive by virtue of your enabling acts are monies that should also be appropriated. That is the contention of my colleague. I'm not, maybe I'm not, my mind hasn't said whether it's a yes or no, but that's his contention. That because you are a product of an act and you are also regulated by a federal agency, you are a regulator that is regulated by a federal agency, which is the Ministry of Works. You have a board appointed, Ministry of Housing, sorry please. You have a board appointed by the President and Commander-in-Chief of the Armed Forces of Nigeria. Ordinarily, you should have some measure of appropriation in your budget. And then that will make it stronger for you to also ask for an inclusion in the federal budget. I don't know whether you get the point.
Yes,
because
Chairman,
the purpose of having all these audited accounts and everything is also to give the government a view that you are doing things rightly. And then that can encourage more, either in the subvention format or specific line budget provision. I saw the letter written by my predecessor in the Net Assembly to the budget office on your behalf, and I think the letter was in order. The intent was very, very good, and I think something that can still be pursued. But we have to straighten out a few gray areas in your current forms of operation. Yes, my honorable member from FCT, your question, please.
Mr. Chairman, the Deputy Chairman, my respected colleague, I remain Honorable Abraham Najia, Honorable Member representing Gwagwalada, Uje, Kwali, Abaji. I'm from FCT. Mr. Chairman, my question goes to this agency, and my question is straight. I am sure the Ministry of Works and Housing, Abi? Housing. Okay, housing, that supervise your ministry, your agency. I am sure in their budget, your agency or ministry is budgeted for in their budget. Abi? You are budgeted for.
Subventions they give them.
You must, in their own budget, they must have budgeted for you. And that is out of it. That is where you get your subvention from. And in your own budget, preparation, there must be an item of your inflow where you are expecting this money, these subventions to come from the ministry. So that is to say, your budget, you are partially budgeted for, and from your own budget, it is what you are expecting from this ministry. It's part of what you are also spending. So I want to totally disagree that you are not completely. I want to totally disagree that you are not part and parcel. You are not budgeted for completely. You are budgeted for, but not directly. You are budgeted for entire your ministry. Thank you.
All right. Thank you, honorable colleagues, because this place is getting very uncomfortable. This place is not healthy at all for meeting. We are breathing in our own carbon dioxide. Yes, it's not healthy. We will have to adjourn. This is how you know that the National Assembly is also suffering. We don't have functional AC. You should pity us. We can't continue the meeting in this form. We'll have to adjourn. I'm sorry, so that we don't have the cases of people passing out. So we'll adjourn accordingly. Thank you.